welcome back to the channel. I am Samantha and I am the Luxe wife, and welcome back to another amazing video. These past couple of weeks I have been giving you guys some great home content. Not only have you loved my bathroom transformation, you also loved some of the home updates that I've been doing as far as updating our entryway as well as our dining room and other little areas of our home. So with that being said, today we are continuing some great home content. I am standing in my kitchen. This is my kitchen, and honestly, I've had a big kitchen, I've had a medium-sized kitchen, and to me, this one's on the smaller side, and I am going to show you how to maximize your small-sized kitchen in the best way possible with the things you can do, things you can purchase, things you may even also have around your home to make the best out of your small kitchen. So if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so grateful to have you along this journey. And if you're not new here, welcome back. And guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into today's video. So as you can see, this is my kitchen. It is a smaller size kitchen if you ask me, considering that it only has 2 upper cabinets and a total of 4 and a possible lower cabinets. This is a small kitchen. Now, I do know for some people, this is incredibly big. And then for others, this is significantly small. So I guess maybe it could possibly be a happy medium depending on how we take care of the space. And today, this is that video for you to basically amp up what you already have. We are a family of 4. And if you do not know, we've come from a larger space. We've come from a nearly 3,000 square foot home to something cut in half, okay? In half. So with that being said, it kind of teaches you and helps you understand that you always don't need a lot. Just because you have a bigger space don't mean you have to fill everything up in the space, okay? So downsizing forces you to declutter. And everything that I have, honestly, is all that I need, okay? So if this is the video for you to declutter, baby, just come on, just save it, share it, save to watch it later so you can watch it again. Whatever you have to do, this is for you. This is a smaller size kitchen. I mean, honestly, it won't be too long today just to get through what we need to get through, and that is it. So let's start strong, okay? So I have 2 upper cabinets. One but on each side, of course, of the stove, and I also do have a pantry. Now, I know like some of you guys is like, how in the world can I get all of everything that I need in 2 cabinets? I'm going to show you how you get everything you need in 2 cabinets, okay? So first things first. Now it's nice to know that our cabinets do go all the way up to a ceiling, which allows us to maximize the space inside of the cabinet. So once you open up the cabinet, this is what the inside of my cabinet looks like. There are 3 tiers in my cabinet, 3 shelves, or however you want to put it in our cabinet. Now, all the canisters are 100% empty. Basically, the pantry is also empty as well. Now, the reason being is I wanted to be able to show you this video in basically real time, okay? And basically show you what it actually looks like when I get everything situated the way I desire to have it situated and placed into the cabinet, okay? Now I do, of course, so I do have to go to the grocery store once we get done, all right? Now, the beauty of this is I'll be able to insert pictures of my previous pantry as well as kitchen. So you guys can basically see how I laid it out then and how I had all of the canisters that I had in this cabinet in my pantry, because honestly, the pantry was big enough to accommodate it. However, this time around, it's not big enough to accommodate it. So in this case, I have everything on each shelf, what I gravitate towards every single time I cook when it comes to things that I would possibly have in the pantry. So on the higher shelf, I have like flour, sugar, pancake mix, things of that sort. And then 1 level down, I have like white rice, pasta noodles, penne noodles, elbow noodles, those type things. And then just below that, I'll have like I have my grits, brown sugar, just because these canisters are smaller. So just for size reference, This is my canisters for like my rice, and these were purchased from Walmart, but I do believe, I am 100% sure, these are also available on Amazon, and as well as this is like the smaller size. Now, I do not like to have my cabinets cluttered because I cannot stand having to rummage through my cabinet to get what I need to get out of the cabinet. To me, it's just, it will make a mess, more of a mess than I need it to be. So that's why you kind of see everything spaced out perfectly. Now, I do have this space to accommodate for probably about 1 or 2 more canisters on each row, as I do have them spaced out a little bit. But for now, this is honestly every single thing I reach towards. I also have 2 sets of bows in here, and the bottom is 2 bows and the top is not. So I have a shelf divider. The shelf divider allows me to have space to put something underneath as well as something on top. Now, it is important to keep in mind, if I just would have had this shelf out of here, then the bowls would have just stacked in here. But unfortunately, they wouldn't have stacked in here nicely, and I would have to worry about the clinging noise. But however, because I do have this bamboo riser in here, and it does accommodate for 2 of them, but I just have the 1 because honestly, I only need the 1. How many more bowls would I actually need when I break it down? I'm like, this is literally the perfect amount of bowls that I would actually need when it comes to like a family of 4. And I don't need any other larger size bowls. Maybe 1 more and you'll see how I have that one. But this is it. This is perfectly fine. These bamboo risers, once again, come in a set of 2 on Amazon, and they're just under 20 bucks for 2. They have the lighter bamboo, the darker bamboo, they have black. Now, honestly, I would prefer, because the cabinets are dark, to have the darker bamboo, but again, I already had these, so there's no point of me just going to get more and spending more money on it just to match the color of these cabinets. And baby, these cabinets ain't even mine, okay? They're not even mine. So that's just something to consider. Now, if you don't already have anything similar to this, then perfectly fine. Get the color that you desire that matches your space and the aesthetic that you desire. But if you have something, baby, use what you got, okay? Use what you have. Now, these also, you can get them at like your local stores like Home Goods and things of that sort, and they'll probably come like a wire shelf format. But it's up to you. For me, I felt like this is nicer in the space. And again, I implemented it in my kitchen back home, so it was nothing additional that I had to purchase. But this is my cabinet. This is what I use in my cabinet every single day. And this is what it looks like before it gets filled completely up. And that's cabinet number 1. Just below the first cabinet here, I do have a little bit of decor that you guys are able to see. I do have a set of knives here that I think are just absolutely gorgeous. They're white and they're gold. They fit the vibe in the space really well, and I've always had them, so that's a good thing. The next thing I have is also these bamboo cutting boards, and I have them stacked because they're 2 different styles, but I have them stacked on each other and they just look good. And then I have a faux plant here, and I also have my Google Home. So just being able to have access to small things, especially in the kitchen, I can say, hey Google, play my gospel playlist on Apple.
Okay, here's your Apple Music playlist called Gospel.
And just like that, I have things that I desire at my fingertip, and I don't have to worry about it, and it still looks good and it still looks nice in the space. Okay guys, so this is my second cabinet, okay? This is where I have all of my plates and bowls that we use every single day, okay? Now you're probably thinking, oh my God, Samantha, this look good. It does. It really does, because honestly, I had a lot of plates, just like you guys probably have a lot of plates. And honestly, it was just overwhelming, the amount of plates and things of that sort you can accumulate just because you have a larger space, just because someone gave you something for free. It's just astonishing, okay? How much you can accumulate over time, okay? So on the very top shelf, I have my glasses. These are like 100% go-to glasses. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We don't use them because everybody in the house kind of has like a designated cup. This is more so if someone comes over, they want to get something to drink, easily accessible, reach, get them a glass and get them something to drink, and there you have it. But I honestly have more glasses than this because I just do, but I just still have them packed up. But there's no need for it, okay? There's a difference when you have a need for something, and in this case, we don't have a need. Now, the second shelf, I do have my bowls where we possibly eat cereal out of, and then one other larger black bowl, and then a saucer plates. Now, remember how I told you I have the shelf dividers, and it was a pack of 2? These are the pack of 2 shelf dividers, okay? These shelf dividers are so good. One is taller than the other. In our previous home, I had them stacked together in the same cabinet, as you see. But in this case, I needed them for 2 separate purposes. So in this particular space, I used one in one cabinet, and then I used the other one in this cabinet. And I just think it looks so good because it separates the plates, it separates the bowls, and the bowls, I'm able to get 6 bowls. Why do I need more than 6 bowls when we're a family of 4? I don't, right? I don't need more than 6 bowls in here or out or anything like that. So this is just so perfect. And the plates and the bowls were purchased in a set from Target. So they came with a lot of saucer plates as well as bowls. So that was just perfect. The black to me just looks so good. So clean and so crisp that it just looks good. I just honestly can't say anything else. And then the bottom shelf here, I do have plate separators, and I have like pasta plates. The pasta plates, of course, it looks like this with this rim edge around it, and it just looks so good. I did have a total of 6. 2 unfortunately got broken, so that's just that. And that's the same thing with the plates. I think I had a total of 8 as well, or 6, and 2 got broken. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it, but I do know 2 of these were actually broken, and I did actually have to purchase these separate from the plate set. However, it's still Target. These came from Target. And of course, as always, you guys know everything is linked below in the description box for you to be able to check out if you decide to check it out. Now the plates, as you see, they are separated to perfection, okay? I do have these plate separators. Of course, they're Amazon, and I will 100% link it below so that way you guys are able to see the plate separators. They are so, I'm gonna just say it, cheap. When I tell you these are so cheap, they are so cheap. I believe I got this less than $5, okay? Maybe even $2.99. That's how cheap they are to basically get this look, okay? Now, I got the plate separators at a separate time than I did the bamboo risers, and I didn't even think at the same time or think when I did get them, like, you know what, they were going to match. And guess what? They definitely matched. They definitely matched the space. It looks like I thought about it before I did, and typically I do. In this case, I didn't, and it turns out perfect for the space. But this is it. It just looks so good. It looks so polished. And again, this is 6 plates. You can get a set of 2 dividers. You can order 1. I literally got 1, and this did exactly what I needed it to do. It separates the shelf, but it also looks good while it's separated. And I don't have to worry about when I'm setting the plate down, making sure I'm setting it down carefully so it doesn't break, it doesn't make too much noise or anything of that sort. It just looks so good in the space. And this is something, again, if you spend less than $20 for the bamboo risers and the plate divider, I promise you your cabinet will look identical. Now, just below in this space here, I do have a little bit of things here. And I have 3 canisters, and they are glass and marble top canisters. I think they're incredibly beautiful. I'm not 100% sure whether this is going to stay particularly how it is, although I think it looks good. It doesn't look too cluttered or anything like that is missing, but I think this is pretty much perfect. I have rice, flour, and sugar, pretty much things we use every single day in our kitchen, and it looks good. I have a little faux plant here, and that is that. Okay, so now that we have taken care of the only 2 cabinets that I have in this kitchen, let's take a look at the drawers and basically how I have them laid out. This is drawer number 1. In drawer number 1, I have all of my utensils, and I have a bamboo divider inside of my drawer for my utensils. Now everything is separated in the bamboo drawer divider. from basic cutlery to cooking utensils are all organized in a drawer. Now it is something to note, if you have a larger kitchen, I will insert my drawers so you can see how large my kitchen cabinets were or drawers were before. They were 32 inches wide, and I was able to get my knives in my drawer, as well as my utensils in the drawer, as well as my seasonings, all of that inside of my drawer at my fingertip without having to utilize the countertop for anything, or also separating the space for anything additional that I need. And as you see, it looks so good. It looked so good, and it was just so perfect for the space. And honestly, I can't guarantee you I'm gonna get that wide of a cabinet again unless I honestly custom build my home. But if I do or if I don't, I know exactly how I want to style my drawers. Now again, this one is on the smaller side, but however, it's large enough to insert this bamboo drawer divider, which allows me to put all of my cooking utensils in, my eating utensils in, without making it a hassle or anything of that sort. It's deep enough as well as wide enough. Now with the two cabinets also comes the two drawers. So there's one other drawer. This drawer, as you see, this drawer holds my spices, my everyday spices. Now, if I could accommodate for two spice racks inside of my drawers like I have before, baby, trust and believe I would have. But in this instance, I'm not able to. I am able to put one of them in here and then put a bamboo divider in between, and then also accommodate for some other spices that I use. Now, I don't have to talk too much about this drawer because honestly, it's just that. It's just spices right immediately at my fingertips. I don't have to open a cabinet because, you know, most of us growing up, and a lot of you probably still do, have them in your cabinet, and it's just a hassle, like going through the cabinet trying to get exactly what you need, especially when it comes to spices. But if they're in a drawer, especially laid out like this, you can honestly see exactly everything that you need. You can honestly see what you're running out of, and it just gives you better, it just feels better being immediately at your fingertip while you're cooking versus having to open the cabinet. It just feels so much better. But I love this, and you see as this is just something simple and easy to do. Again, linked below so you guys can check it out. Now the drawer dividers, when it comes for the spices, now they are between $15 and $30, just depending on what size you want, how deep you want it, and things of that sort. They do have different ones from like acrylic to plastic that you can use, but I love the wood look. Again, my drawers inside of my home before were wood, so it just matched perfectly. And honestly, in this drawer, though it's dark on the inside, I do like the lighter wood because it just looks nice. It just looks nice. Now, really quick, you kind of get to see my lower cabinets of what it looks like. In here is basically, I have my pots and pans in here. I don't have too much. The days of having so many pots and pans are 100% over. This is all that I have, as well as baking dishes here. And you guys know, if you have any additional baking dishes, then they're underneath the stove. But this is it. I have one set. This is my best set yet. I will link it. This set is from Walmart. It is so good. When I tell you it's so good, I bought two years in a row during Black Friday because the set was just that good. But I will 100% link it. It's Time and Table is the brand, and it's just so good. They're beautiful black, and they have these gold handles as well as the glass top with the gold handle, and it looks so good. Now in the future, I would love to get some type of hanging here so that way I can put the tops to the pots here, and I think that would just look so good on. But again, the days of having so many pots and pans is unnecessary, because if I'm being honest, I don't even use all of this at once. Okay, if I'm baking something, let's just say I'm baking 2 things at a time, macaroni and cheese and chicken, I have enough dishes just for that. And lastly, I know you guys are probably like, "God, Samantha, all of your cabinets are nice and neat." Yes, except for one. This cabinet here is not nice, it's not neat, and I have asked God to grant me the peace and the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Okay, it looks a mess, but that's what it is. But I'm gonna let y'all see it. So this is that cabinet. This is like an overfill of almost everything from pancake makers, waffle makers to lunch boxes. This is just that overfill of everything that we have in here. And honestly, it is what it is. It really is what it is. This is the best that it is going to get. And I am just going to accept that this is the best that it's going to get. Now, before we move on to the pantry, which is pretty much the last spot of the day, I do have a one cabinet, which is beside the sink, and I'll insert pictures so basically you can see how that actually looks. It's just my Starbucks cups and mugs. That is all it is. That is honestly it, okay? I do have a rice cooker, pressure cooker, things of that sort, and those are in the cabinet above the microwave because it's so high. Honestly, I can't utilize it for anything that I would need to reach for every single day. I would have to have help every single time going in there, and if I'm starting to cook, I don't want to have to try and reach so high or anything, flour, sugar, or things of that sort. You guys know that cabinet over the microwave is typically a little bit high, and I'm 5'7", and remember these cabinets go all the way up to the ceiling, so for me that is high. So if anybody is not 5'7", you're 5'6", 5'5", then you just struggle even more than I do. So we're not going to worry about it. But now we are going to go into the pantry, which I'm grateful because I do have a pantry space. I had a much larger pantry space before, but this is what we're working with now, and we are going to be happy with the blessings that we have, okay? So as you see, this is my pantry space. It is beautifully organized to perfection, okay? It has 4 shelves, and each shelf honestly houses something different, which is, of course, important for me. Again, it is pretty empty right now because I want you guys to kind of see the process and the steps of what I go through when I'm trying to get it exactly how I desire to get it without having to worry about food or things of that sort being in here. So, of course, I gotta go to the store, and now that I have it the way that I desire and fill it up. Okay, on the top row is pretty much things that I don't reach or intend to reach for every day, like spaghetti noodles or lasagna noodles. I don't make that every day, so I'm not reaching for that every day, as well as cookbooks and maybe some leftover spices and things of that sort that I do not use all the time, okay? And then the second shelf, I do have cereal. I do actually have 4 of these canisters for cereal, but in this space I was like, you know what, we don't need 4. We honestly don't need 4. 3 is perfectly fine. I had a cereal dispenser before, and I just honestly don't have the space, and the shelving isn't wide enough to accommodate for the space for the cereal dispenser. So this is that. So we have cereal. I do have some bowls here, so that way if you are fixing your cereal, you can just grab a bowl, fix your cereal, and get your milk and go. And then I do have 2 little canisters here that I think are just super duper cute. This is what I usually like to use for like fruit snacks and things of that sort for the kids. It's on the second to the highest highest shelf. So if the kids want it, honestly, they gotta ask for it. But you know, kids, they'll find something to stand on and go in the pantry, okay? Okay, and then the next row, I basically have a Lazy Susan, which honestly, the Lazy Susan come apart, and you can put whatever you need to put inside of the Lazy Susan as you desire. I have 2 of these, but in this space, I'm only utilizing 1, but it's just so good because honestly, it's just so good. I really can't really put a finger on why it's so good other than it spins, it's acrylic, it's see-through, so you're able to get exactly what you need. And then right beside it, I do have some bamboo jars, bamboo glass jars, as well as some other glass ones. Now the bamboo ones, I do have a project coming for it later, and honestly, if you're subscribed, you're going to see it. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you can see it. But these bamboo glass jars, they do have labels on the front of them, from mixed nuts to pistachios to popcorn, so you'll get to see exactly how I utilize these. And then right below it is where I have 3 little baskets that I utilize for chips. You guys know we all buy the box of chips or some type of bagged food to grab, and that's what I like to put in there. And then all the way at the bottom is I have 2 baskets for basically overfill bottled things, whatever I need to have, it's there. Okay, it's 100% there. But this is my pantry. Now you will get to see a video in the future of me adding possibly some lighting in here, because unfortunately there is no lighting in here, so it's kind of dark if you open the door and you don't have any lights on. So to cut that, we're going to add some lighting in here, and it's going to come together so well. Maybe you guys can go on a shopping trip with me when I get grocery and fill it up as well to see exactly everything that I utilize in here. I used to have space for canned goods, but we don't really eat, I'm not gonna say really, we don't eat canned goods. Most of our vegetables are fresh, so I don't really have to have canned goods or things of that sort in here. But in the meantime, in between time, this is my pantry. Okay, I love it. It's organized, it's put together well, and that's that. Now just a few more things before I let you guys go today. On our island, I do have a area where I do have some flowers and some fruit, and then also by the sink I do basically have a little small bamboo riser where I have my dish liquid and my hand soap, some flowers, a little pot scraper, and that is it. Now, I know there are a lot of people are like, why do you take your dish detergent out and put it in a completely separate jar, your hand wash? You know what? Just because, for one, if you have children, you know, when they go to wash their hands, they will just use too much. They will just take the dish detergent and just pour it in their hands as if they need that much. And for two, it just looks better. Does this not look better than Dawn sitting on my cabinet, or a Bath and Body Works, the bottle just sitting on my countertop? It just looks so much better, and it looks so good for the space. Now, two things before I let you guys go. I am going to be adding some things to this kitchen because I just think it needs two more things. One of the two things is getting some pictures up on the wall in the back of the kitchen. So this back wall is completely empty, and I think I just want to put two pictures stacking up against one another right here. I really can't put too much of anything because the freezer door opens and the refrigerator door opens up. So just having some type of artwork just hanging here, I think it's just going to look so well. And the second thing I want to add is right here on this wall. It's about almost 3 feet wide. It's 3 feet wide. It's 3 feet wide. I want to add some floating shelves here to match the color of the cabinets, which is this darker brown. Pretty much like the ones you've seen in the bathroom that I use. And I want to put 2 floating shelves here, and then on one of the shelves, the glass and bamboo canisters that you saw are going to be here, as well as with like a reed diffusers and some flowers. And I think it's just going to like up the space just a little bit more. So you guys are going to have to 100% stick around, be back, come back, make sure you subscribe, so that way when I am doing that project and updating a few things around here, you guys are able to see it and you don't miss it at all. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, it's going to look so good. And like I mentioned before, I want to add some lighting inside of the pantry, some motion sensor lighting, so that way when we open the door, it's not dark. We can assess anything and everything, and it's not dark. But guys, that is it. Thank you for tuning in today to my small kitchen must-haves update, budget kitchen. I enjoyed it today. I hope you guys 100% enjoyed this video. As always, if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed. I'm getting ready to come into the back to school routine, as you guys probably are too. So I gotta get this house stacked, okay? I gotta get groceries. Making lunch again is literally around the corner. So you'll probably get to see a few of those things, but I 100% enjoyed you guys today. As always, save, share, and comment down below on this video. What was your favorite part? And guys, until next time and until next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.